It's time to make some changes. We've all got to do our part. There's plenty of things one person can do. Together we can do a lot. The landfills are filling, look around. Find ways to cut down waste. Reduce, reuse and recycle. A reminder from your neighbors at cable TV. It's time to make some changes for the good of our community.
This program is brought to you by MenuJoy.com. We show menus, you browse, you decide.
It's time to make some changes.
Solid waste disposal is a costly problem. You can help by visiting New Bedford's Recycling Center at the Shawmut Avenue landfill. Bring tin cans, glass food containers, cardboard, and number 2 plastics. Do your part to reduce waste.
Reduce, reuse, and recycle. A reminder from your neighbors at cable TV. It's time to make some changes for the good of our community.
We are here this morning to kick off New Bedford Recycles. This is important for a number of reasons. First, Shawmut Avenue is rapidly approaching its capacity, and we want to do everything we can to extend its life. We've done that already with participation by New Bedford residents who've separated and put out for separate collection leaf and yard waste. We've done it with the cooperation of merchants in New Bedford who've already separated, where we pick up at the curb cardboard. And now we'd like to expand that recycling program, and we call on the citizens of New Bedford to do their part. We're not going to be able to pick up items at the curb as yet, although that's in the planning stages for the future. We have set up a facility here at Shawmut Avenue. It's very convenient, right off of the entrance to the dump at Shawmut Avenue, where people can bring various household items and drop them off for recycling.
It's time to make some changes.
We're trying to cut down on the waste from our house by recycling plastics, tin cans, glass, and cardboard. Recycling is an easy way for us to help our community.
Reduce, reuse, and recycle. A reminder from your neighbors at cable TV. It's time to make some changes for the good of our community.
Yeah, what I want to say is that this recycling project here that everybody can participate in is long overdue, and I just hope that the citizens of New Bedford do take advantage of it.
The prime reason why the citizens of New Bedford should do it is basically that our landfill has approximately a year left in it as far as the capacity. Anything that we can do to take out materials that are going into the landfill is going to extend that lifespan.
It's time to make some changes.
We're trying to cut down on waste at our house, so we're saving our tin cans for recycling. We just rinse them out and throw them into a big box. When the box gets full, we take them to the recycling center at the Shawmut Avenue landfill. Recycling is easy.
Reduce, reuse, and recycle. A reminder from your neighbors at cable TV. It's time to make some changes for the good of our community.
Every resident ought to be aware that within 5 years, about half of what we dispose of is going to have to be recycled. And so we're all going to have to get used to separating out our garbage. This is an early step. As I said, we began a couple of years ago with leaves and cardboard. Now we're expanding it to dropping off plastic, glass, cardboard, and so on. But citizens of New Bedford, citizens of Massachusetts are going to have to put more effort into recycling. I hope in the next year or two we can develop a program for curbside pickup of recycled goods. But we have to take this one step at a time. And right now, for those who want to get a head start on separation, we're allowing drop-off here at the dump. Recycling is in our future, that separating out our garbage is in our future, and that we're going to have to change our own patterns of behavior in order to do that. This is good for the environment. It's necessary, but it requires everyone's participation. Now, I know that Whaling City Cable is also putting a major public relations and public education effort on recycling, and I think Jim has some words he wants to say in that regard.
Thank you, Mayor Bullock. This is a great day
for New Bedford. I'm Jim Donnelly, Program Director for Whaling City Cable TV in New Bedford. We are ready to roll out a public service campaign called Reduce, Reuse, and Recycle to assist the City of New Bedford in getting the word out on waste reduction. Since May of this year at my house, I've been saving my newspapers, plastic, glass, and tin cans. I'm happy that the day has come when I am now able to unload most of this stuff. When I proposed the PSA campaign to my bosses in June, I became known as the building environmentalist. But I'm no radical environmentalist. I read about lots of environmental policy proposals that just don't make sense regarding cost and benefit. But it seems very clear to me that we've got to stop wasting our resources. It's costly. We've run out of room at this landfill. It's going to cost even more to haul our waste somewhere else and pay someone to take it. Society has lots of problems. We need some solutions. People complain about taxes, people don't want their services cut, and people don't want to change the way they've been doing things all along. To help society, I'm willing to save some of my trash and bring it here to the recycling center. What are you willing to do? I hope you'll help. Thank you.
Well spoken, Jim.
Very good.
It's time to make some changes.
To cut down on waste, I'm not putting leaves out with the regular trash anymore. It doesn't make sense to bring them to the landfill. The City of New Bedford picks up leaves and yard clippings the day after your normal trash pickup. Or you can bring them to the compost area at Shawmut Avenue.
Reduce, reuse, and recycle. A reminder from your neighbors at Cable TV. It's time to make some changes for the good of our community.
Landfills are becoming harder and harder to construct around this country. Every other method of waste reduction has its environmental problems, and so first and foremost, you want to go down the hierarchy of reducing what we consume, and their packaging legislation, for instance, is an example of that. Then composting, or in other ways recycling what we consume, and after you do that, going to reduction by incineration, and finally burying what can't be reduced, recycled, or burned.
It's time to make some changes.
To cut down on waste at our house, we're saving plastic bottles for recycling. We just rinse them out and flatten them like a pancake. Then we take them to the recycling center at Shawmut Avenue. Recycling is an easy way for us to help our city.
Reduce, reuse, and recycle. A reminder from your neighbors at Cable TV. It's time to make some changes for the good of our community. Reduce, reuse, and recycle.
This program is made possible with support from MenuJoy.com. We show menus from your favorite local restaurants.